Hey dudes! Welcome to another episode of the Bullshit Show. I'm Dad, that's Nathan, and here's the newest member of our family. It's baby Nemo.
He's so cute.
Can you say hi, Nemo?
No,
He doesn't because Nemo can't meow.
Oh goodness.
He's our
God.
he's our special needs kitty. He can't.
And he's going back to the tripod.
Oh, don't chew on the tripod leg. And he can't meow. He just goes. So we thought he was deaf when we got him too, but he was just ignoring us.
Yeah.
Let's see. It's been. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, that was quiet. Sorry. I'll dedicate that one to Death to the Pilgrims. Steaky.
Spicy nuggets.
Spicy nuggets are working already. Anyways, it's been 3 years since our last episode. What's happened? What has happened in your life?
Nothing. Good night, everybody.
Yeah, basically nothing.
We moved.
We're in a new location now. We moved from Ocala to another city. I won't say the name. And not too far from Ocala. And we got a new car. Not brand new. It's used, but it's a cool little Honda.
Got a new cat.
We got a new cat. So now we have 3 cats. And Boots and Mittens are still alive. In fact, Mittens is watching us right now. Boots is probably taking a nap somewhere. But anyways, let's see, what's happened in my life in the last 3 years? Other than moving, I've been in and out of the hospital a couple of times. This past July, I was there for 27 days. I spent, 6 or 7 in a coma. I don't remember because I was in a coma. And I had pneumonia and a collapsed lung and I had a heart attack. And what else? My kidneys weren't working and my liver was fucked up.
Pretty much everything.
Everything was shutting down. They kind of wrote me off, expecting me to be dead. But I came roaring back. It was a long haul, but...
Nemo, stop it.
Nemo, leave the tripod alone, honey.
He won't.
You're going to knock that over. Stop it! Anyways. So, but I feel better now. I feel good. Just taking it a day at a time. And that's about it. I've had to quit smoking dope because of my lungs. But thank God for edibles. Let's see, what else is going on? Recap, Pee-wee. We got an election coming up here.
Do we?
Yeah, you wouldn't know it by the commercials on TV. Jesus. Pee-wee.
He won't stop.
Let's throw an ice cube at him.
Don't throw an ice cube.
Stop it! Anyways, as we know, it's Harris versus Trump. I'm going to say Harris versus Biden. Obviously, we're for Harris because we're Democrats and very liberal, and Trump's the Antichrist and a fucking asshole. So I can't imagine anybody would vote for him. You know, they want him. He says he's going to be great for the economy. This is a man who filed bankruptcy 6 times. Yeah, really great for the economy. What a douche. Anyways, it's getting intense. It's like 40-some days away from the election now. And 45 days, I think? 44? Whatever. What is today? Today is October the...
It's October?
I'm sorry, September the... I can't see the calendar from here.
It's the 19th.
The 19th of September. And it's like 7-something at night. Just for reference. Anyways,
So when we watch this episode back, prepare for 98, in 3 years, we can know when we recorded it.
yeah, we could go through the files and find it. Whether you're for Biden, or I'm sorry, Harris or Trump, get out and vote. Well, I take that back. If you're for Trump, the election's actually on the 6th of November. They're having 2 different elections. Democrats vote on the 5th, and Republicans vote on the 6th. So make sure you go to the polls. Don't go to the polls on the 5th, because you won't be able to vote.
Yeah.
And you have to do it on the 6th.
Be sure to send it by mail.
Yeah, mail it in, and the address they put on the envelope is not correct. You want to send it care of Santa at the North Pole.
I think that's actually illegal for you to be telling them this kind of thing.
Well, let them come and arrest me then. I'm interfering with the election. Yeah, Mr. Orange will come after me. Sounds like somebody for Reservoir Dogs. Mr. Orange.
You moved the camera.
Yeah, well, we can scoot over a little bit.
Closer to you. Gross.
What else is going on? The Fed cut the interest rate by 0.5%, not 0.5, by a half a point, which is 50%, 0.50. That doesn't mean much to everybody, but essentially what the Fed interest rate does is if they cut the rate, that means people who get house loans, car loans, credit cards, everything that's borrowed, their rate goes down too. So it's a good thing. And in fact, the Fed meets, I believe, 2 more times before the end of the year, and chances are they'll probably knock it down another quarter point each time. So a whole point down means that inflation is pretty much gone. Thank you, Joe Biden. And unemployment is at the lowest it's ever been. Thank you, Joe Biden. Unfortunately, when Trump was president, it was very high. Of course, COVID, you can't really blame him for COVID, but the way he handled it was irresponsible. But, yeah, that's that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, that's pretty much economics in a nutshell. In Lebanon, the last couple of days, boom! The pagers blew up, and then the next day, walkie-talkies blew up. I haven't watched the news today to see what blew up today.
If anything blew up.
Possibly those blow-up love dolls maybe blew up or something. That would kill a lot of them, I think. Oh, no, there's Midgie. she's gonna jump. Be careful there. Oh, good kitty.
Yeah.
Anyways, of course, everybody's saying Israel did it. They most likely did do it because they're brilliant, and the Mossad probably figured this one out. But you think about the intricacies of how they pulled this off. I mean, they put the explosives in these pagers almost a year ago because they had to sell the pagers, then they had to ship them, and then they had to distribute them, and they had to go through the chain of all this stuff, including the walkie-talkies too. So they had to be patient, and then apparently they had it set to a certain radio frequency that they dialed in, and they all blew up, which I think is really cool. You know,
We don't support.
we don't condone violence, but when it's Hezbollah, fuck you. But yeah, you know, if it was Israel, it could have been us. I don't know. I don't see us making that kind of a brilliant move because we're such pussies on things like that. It sounds like something Israel would do. But it's pretty cool. And it's neat that they blew up people while they were at the funeral for the... They blew up people with walkie-talkies who were at the funeral for people who got blown up by the pagers. It was really cool.
It was cool.
It was cool.
Murder's cool.
Murder rules, man. Murder. Ukraine. I don't see. 3 years ago, it hadn't started yet. So, big war in Ukraine that people have kind of forgotten about. Russia. Hello,
Yeah.
Kitty. Yeah, you tell them. Russia is being a prick as usual, and Biden. Putin is.
God, you're as bad as Biden is.
Yeah, Putin is the #1 asshole in the world, next to Trump. And I see a tail. You growing a tail. Hey, baby. But the war continues. Ukraine has been bombing inside of Russia, gaining a little bit of territory, and Russia's like, you can't do that to us. You know, well, but that's okay for them to bomb schools and soccer fields and kill kids. It's a war crime, people. Maybe someday they'll be tried for it, but I doubt it. I really doubt it. It'll never happen.
Zelensky's coming.
He's coming back to the U.S.?
Yeah, next week.
Oh, yeah. Where? Here?
DC.
Oh, D.C.? Good for him. I'm really surprised that he's risen to the occasion. I mean, Zelensky, before he was elected president of Ukraine, was a stand-up comedian. He was basically the Robin Williams of Ukraine. And he had a TV show that was really wacky and quite obscene, actually. And so it's kind of like electing, Robin Williams or what's the bad guy?
Al Franken.
Al Franken, yeah, who's in politics.
Was.
Or like Dave Chappelle, has become president. And it took a lot of balls for the Ukrainian people to elect this guy. And I thought, once Russia invaded, they were doomed. But this guy has really risen to the occasion and pulled off some brilliant stuff. And he's still there, and I'm amazed that he hasn't been assassinated yet. He must have really good security. I bet Trump's like, man, I can't go golfing. Prick. But, yeah, but that's Ukraine.
We do not support the assassination attempts, though.
No, not at all. These are people who are wacky.
Political violence should...
That has no place. I agree
War on political violence should be fought at the polls.
Exactly. And remember, Republicans vote November 6th.
Oh, yeah.
And Harris was correct. Political violence has no place in our system of government.
Right, Mittens?
But, yeah. I can't talk about the other war that's going on because he told me not to. Yeah. And, what other wars are going on? There's like 28 wars going on. There's stuff going on in Africa. But
I don't know.
They don't count because, we don't have interest there. But
they don't have oil.
They don't have oil, exactly. They have a lot of sand and jungle.
And I don't like sand.
Yeah.
It's rough and coarse. It gets everywhere.
All sand is just little tiny rocks, and it gets in your shoes. And the great scene from Here to Eternity where they're making love in the surf on the sand. Well, I tried that once, and believe me, you get sand in your ass crack. It takes several days to flush it out. It's not as romantic as it sounds. It's really an inconvenience.
I would like to apologize for the sudden interruption over here. We had a cat fight.
Yeah, for some reason the girl kitties, which is Boots and Mittens, don't get along very well with Pee-wee, or I call him Pee-wee, with Nemo.
He's about to jump on her again.
Who is a boy kitty. And I don't know. Maybe that's why they don't like him.
He play fights with them a lot.
He's still a kitten. He's got a lot of kitten in him. And
he's just a baby.
He's about a year old. And he likes to bite their butts. And they don't like that. So they fight a lot.
I wouldn't particularly like him biting my butt either.
No, he has bit my butt. He's bit my head, too. But yeah, do we have any comments from the last show 3 years ago? I don't know if it's worth it or not.
Let's see.
But obviously, we're in a new location, so, we're in the living room of our new apartment.
Just a bunch of they're back.
Oh, yeah, they're back.
Here. Mark Ross.
Yeah, I remember him.
Dad, what was it like working with Demi Moore and Jim Belushi on About Last Night?
It was way cool. Demi Moore is probably one, at that time at least, was one of the most beautiful women I have ever met in my life. She's even more gorgeous in person than she is on film. And then in About Last Night, she was kind of at her peak. Shortly after that, she got the boob job and got plastic surgery, and she's just, like in A Few Good Men, where suddenly her boobs were huge, which she claimed it was from pregnancy, but she got a boob job. But she was just gorgeous. And in fact, I can remember when we were shooting the softball scene, which is at the beginning of the film and also the end of the film, I was sitting in these bleachers, and she was sitting right in front of me, and her hair was blowing in the wind, and it smelled so good. And she had this brown, these highlights in her hair, and it was the most beautiful hair I'd ever seen. And I wanted so bad just to reach out and touch her, but I thought I'd probably get punched. But
you had ice cream with Rob Lowe, too.
I had ice cream with Rob Lowe. We sat there and talked about filmmaking, and we were taking a Haagen-Dazs break. Everybody got little cups of ice cream with those stupid little wooden spoons, And I don't know where he's going. Oh yeah, there's a picture here from the set of About Last Night. You're gonna have to manually focus. It's the very front. There you go. Tilt it down. Tilt it.
Sorry, I'm trying to.
There you go. Try not to get it. It's out of focus, but that's me on the far right with Rob Lowe, and the guy in the middle is Ed Zwick, who was the director, who eventually was nominated for Oscars for.
And there's Jim Belushi.
And Jim Belushi's down there, and the other guy is Jim Kelly. He owned the bar that we were shooting in, so there you go. That's good. Anyways, and Jim Belushi was wacky. He was still he hadn't become a household name yet, and he was just starting a diet.
Pardon me?
And he had just given up drinking, because this was only like 6 months, I believe, after John Belushi died, and it really affected him. It really blew him away, and so he gave up drinking and started eating salads, and he lost a lot of weight, and eventually he got his TV show and became a household name and did those canine films or whatever. But
he was an underdog.
He was an underdog?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
The live action underdog.
I'll be damned. Yeah, he hasn't done much lately. I don't know what he's up to. But at the time, there was he's eating the table. She's eating the table.
We got weird cats.
There is a restaurant in Chicago, which I think is still there. It's on North Halsted Street, I believe. It's called Stevie B's.
The pizza place?
No. It's a rib place. It's a rib restaurant, and it's owned by Jim Belushi's brother, Steve. And they have the best baby back ribs I've ever had in my life. You go there, you get a slab of ribs and like shoestring French fries. And at the time, it was like $10. It was really cheap and affordable. But he turned me on to that, and he said it was really sad because he goes to the restaurant and he can't eat the ribs because he's on a diet. But it was a hoot. It was a real hoot, and I remember at one point when we were filming in the bar, I was taking pictures, and Belushi grabbed my camera and went in and took pictures of the crew and all these other pictures. And that was before we had selfies, I guess. I mean, nobody had cell phones back then. This was like 1985 or 5. 1985, I believe, or 86. I don't know. Shit, I can't remember that far back.
I wasn't around.
No, he wasn't around. It was shortly after I had worked on Ferris Bueller, which was my first big movie, and that was way cool. I worked on the Danke Shane parade sequence, and where we had 10,000 extras show up, and we had to coordinate them, and we had to feed them all hot dogs and chips, and just corralling 1,000 or 10,000 people is a task. And I remember when we were shooting the scene, where he's singing Danke Shane, and then he goes into Twist and Shout, and the look on John Hughes' face, it's like, I created this mess, and he was just glowing. It was really funny. But yeah, About Last Night was a cool experience, and unfortunately they remade the movie and it sucked, but what can you do? Any other comments?
That was like the only question.
The only real comment?
Question. Everybody else was like, welcome back, and then we said fuck you and disappeared for 3 years.
Yeah, we'll probably get those comments again.
So,
okay, forgive that edit. Maybe if he's bold, he'll put in a dissolve.
Ooh.
Magic. Or one of those wipes like Lucas does in Star Wars. They're so freaking ridiculous. But anyways. But yeah, I mean, other than moving and getting a new cat, which we got for free. The only reason we got him was the Humane Society was having it was last August, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
having free August where there was no fee. Normally it's like $60 to get a cat, and then you gotta pay to get them fixed and chipped and all that crap. Everything was free. And in fact, the box that they put the kitten in, was supposed to be $2, but we didn't have $2 in cash on us.
We just had like card.
Yeah, we only had card, and they couldn't take card. So they gave us the box for free. And Pee Wee's on the stove.
He's on the stove!
He wants to cook something. But we got him for free, so we still have the receipt. And he is chipped, but he'll never go outside because he's too much of a baby. But that was a special moment when we got him. And the other cats, I mean, Boots is now 14, and Mittens is 7? 8. So they're getting up there in years. And Pee Wee is, I wouldn't lick that baby, that's got hot sauce on it. Big jump.
Yay.
Pee Wee's now just over a year. So.
And
yeah.
He's a little.
He's a special needs kitty. Not only can he not meow, he's mute, and but he seems to be lacking a certain part of his brain.
He's orange.
He's an orange kitty, very much an orange kitty.
And orange cats all share one brain cell.
Mm-hmm.
And it just hasn't been his turn for the brain cell yet.
Right. He does a lot of stupid shit, and but he's got the loudest purr motor. He's got a really nice purr motor, and he's really sweet. He likes to give us baths. In the morning, he'll come in and start licking our head. And of course, with my bald head, he leaves marks. But in fact, I picked him up earlier this afternoon, and he'd been giving himself a bath. The whole side of him was soaking wet. But he likes to give baths. But any good movies that have come out in the last 3 years?
I went and saw Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah, he's staying with the Marvel stuff. And I'm trying to think if I saw anything decent.
Contrary to the usual Marvel fan shit, I haven't been very disappointed with the Marvel movies lately. I thoroughly enjoyed the Marvels.
Wow, that's because your chick was in it.
I also quite like.
I mean, you went to it. Of course, you liked it. Ebon. Sorry.
Anyway,
eat your back, Kitty.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania was not that good.
Yeah.
Kind of a waste of a movie now that they've fired Jonathan Majors.
Yeah. I'm trying to think if I've seen any movies in the last 3 years. I saw Jungle Cruise in the theater.
We mentioned that in the last episode.
Oh, did we mention that in the last?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's been 3 years. We took Grandma and Grandpa to see that.
You saw Fabelmans.
Yes, I did go see The Fabelmans when it came out, the Spielberg biopic. And the first time I saw it, I was a little disappointed, but on subsequent viewings, I realized it's really a brilliant film. It's a little too long, and there's absolutely no reason whatsoever for Judd Hirsch to be in that movie. Everybody praised his performance. He was nominated for an Oscar for it. But his character added nothing to the film, and you could have cut that 20 minutes out, and you wouldn't miss anything. In fact, when I watch it on DVD, I skip it, because it adds nothing. But other than that, it's a really good film. If you haven't seen it, check it out, because it's fairly accurate to Spielberg's life.
Oh, you saw you did Barbenheimer, didn't you?
Yes. I got stoned and watched Sloppenheimer and Barbie back to back. That was like 6 hours of my life I'll never get back. Oppenheimer was good. It didn't need to be 3.5 hours or 4 hours long. It was just kind of boring. And
they could have just made the movie where it's Florence Pugh naked.
Yeah, they could have just looped it for like an hour, and that would have been fine. And Barbie was...
I'm excited for that movie that she's doing with Andrew Garfield.
She get naked?
I think so.
Guys, watch it. Don't knock the camera over.
Cats, I swear to God.
all they do is play. You can hear them. But yeah, Barbie was just a waste of cinema, I thought. I mean, I thought being stoned would help. And it did, because it has lots of colors. It was a very colorful movie. But I didn't get it. I guess I wasn't the target audience, so...
They're not new movies. Well, it's new to me, but I just watched all 8 Harry Potter movies.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's getting into Harry Potter now. And now you're going to do Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And were you in Star Wars 3 years ago?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because I had the lightsaber.
Yeah,
my lightsaber broke.
Oh yeah, we gotta find a battery for it, but it's $20, and we're still poor, by the way. So if you want to donate,
except my Thomas videos have been getting a lot of views lately, so I thank you all for that.
Mm-hmm. And hopefully this will get a few views.
This will get 2.
This will get 2. So. But I've just been buying a lot of DVDs and getting older movies.
We watched Spider-Man 2 the other day.
We watched Spider-Man 2. I got this box of DVDs. This lady put it up on Facebook. It was a big box of DVDs for free. How could you pass on that? I don't know why she was getting rid of them. But, and there were a couple of good titles in there. And there
are also anime DVDs that he is selling.
Yes, by the way, if any of you are into anime, check out eBay. And I can't remember what my screen name is. It's like BPMSON or something like that. 49, I think, or something. But whatever. Just look up anime. And, I mean, hell, I'm willing, if anybody who watches this show, if you're into anime, hell, I'm willing to give them to you. I mean, just to get rid of them. There was a lot of anime. I could rattle off the titles, but there's like 12 of Yu Yu Hashiko, or whatever the hell that show is. And there's another series called X. And I've got all, I don't know, 7 of those. I think one of them's missing. I think episode 4 is missing or something. And the rest of them are just one-offs. Like, there's a Dragon Balls, and there's a Trinity Blood, and I don't know. I don't know anything about them. We watched one of them, and it was it sucked. But no, I've just been watching older movies that are really good. I watched Sicario. I bought Sicario the other day. That's a really good movie.
We own Indiana Jones 5, but haven't seen it.
He gave me Indiana Jones 5 2 Christmases ago, and I've yet to watch it. It's still in the plastic. One of these days.
In the last episode, we mentioned that James Bond was coming out.
Yeah, that Christmas he got me James Bond.
And he said that James Bond died.
Mm-hmm.
Not knowing that he actually dies.
Yes. Yes, he actually dies in that movie. And they still haven't announced really who the next James Bond's going to be and started on another James Bond movie. But that's coming soon. And I don't know. I have some thoughts about James Bond, but...
We can save that for the next episode.
We'll save that for the next episode. Yeah, in 3 years from now when we do another episode. We'll probably know by then.
Yeah.
And it'll probably be like, Peter Dinklage or something. Some really radical decision. But I don't know. I think they'll probably pick a black guy.
In 3 years from now, we'll have, I think... Yeah, we'll have Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars out. Mm-hmm. So we can review those.
There'll be another couple Star Wars movies.
Alright.
I think the shot just shifted because the battery died. So.
I'll put another fade in.
Yeah. We'll do a Lucas wipe. But, well, we've babbled long enough.
Yeah,
it's amazing how little has happened in 3 years.
Yeah, Avengers coming out in 2027, 28, whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is we're still here. And despite brushes with death. I'm still here. I mean, it was pretty touch and go there for a while, wasn't it? I mean, so much so that my brother who lives in New York flew in to see me one last time before I croaked. And I was in a coma, so I don't remember any of it. But, you know, I'm glad he did. That was a nice thing to do. Why are you playing with the DVD player? He wants to change this disc.
My child is weird.
Yeah, he sees us up there on the monitor.
We have the TV as our monitor right now, so
Yeah.
there's 50 inches of us.
What I'd give.
I mean, there's a 50 inches of us anyway.
That's true.
But
And yeah, I wish. God, you imagine having a 50-inch
we're
cock?
50 inches wide.
Yeah. You imagine having a 50-inch schlong? Good Lord, it would drag on the
What
floor.
would you do with it?
You'd have to jerk off a lot. Because there ain't no woman to let you fuck her. That's for sure. Reminds me of the midget butt fucker series that we did in high school. Actually, it wasn't called the midget butt fuckers until later. The actual title of the show was The Reamers from Outer Space. And they were these little creatures that were like 3 feet tall. They look like Cousin It. You know, they're all fur. But they had these 72-inch cocks. And they would stalk you and butt rape you. And that became a thing. Everybody wanted to be be butt raped. And it was just, Pee-wee, don't. It was just point of view stuff, you know. It would go into your butt and you know, word leaked out that we were doing this and everybody wanted to be in it. And so we reamed a lot of people. But then we got caught and kicked out of class. Almost got expelled from school. And the rumor got around that we were making, quote, porno films. And still to this day, people I talk to from high school, yeah, man, were you really making pornos? I just say yes. Because subsequently, I have made pornos. And so, I'm not. What do you think
I know.
Blood Lake was?
I know, it was a joke.
Oh, yeah.
It was a joke for the audience.
You had a really good Christmas that year, though. I got paid okay for a week's work, and so if you ever hear of Brian McPherson, that was my porno name, and yeah, that was a fun week. Lots of drugs, lots of booze. Well, I guess that's about it.
Yeah.
I assume we'll probably do another one if this one turns out okay. We're using a new camera. I bought a Nikon like 6 months ago and haven't really used it that much, but we're shooting at 1080p.
We
24p.
We usually went out to film trains. If you follow me on TikTok, you've seen those. But
yeah, we've done a lot of train spotting.
But my train friend died.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, his main source of train info
shout out to Larry.
passed away. And the camera's not centered. Oh well. So we haven't really done much of that lately. And since we live in a little town and the tracks at night, there's no lights. So you can't see anything but the signals.
Plus, nobody gave a shit about my train videos on here.
Yeah.
Everybody just wants Thomas stuff. Or Hey Dudes.
Yeah, everybody says they want Hey Dudes. So you're getting Hey Dudes, but you probably won't watch it. We'll probably get like 6 views or something.
So.
But look at that. Pee-wee's eating dry food.
Wow.
I've never seen him eat the dry food before. Do you really hate that 9 lives that much? That you've got to eat dry food?
I don't blame him. I'm sure other people wouldn't blame him either.
Yeah, 9 lives probably sucks. I don't know. But, so anyways, maybe in the near future we'll do a Hey Foods. We thought about that the other night when
We tried Mountain Dew flavors.
Yeah, Mountain Dew flavors that in my opinion, all sucked. The mango one or whatever it was, passion fruit, was pretty gross. The mystery flavor, I thought tasted like cotton candy or Sweethearts. It was real tart. But, and what were we eating the other day? Oh, hamburgers.
Yes. We celebrated Cheeseburger Day yesterday.
Yesterday was National Cheeseburger Day, and we went to McDonald's, We went to
50 cents.
Wendy's.
Double cheeseburger.
Wendy's. We got a burger for a penny.
Yep.
And then we went to Hardee's.
Yes.
Got a burger for $1.07. And hi, baby. The Hardee's, by comparison, the Hardee's was the best. It was a good full-size burger and flame broiled, but better than Burger King. We did go to Burger King, but we couldn't get the app to work. And there's our kitty.
Mittens.
And I can't tilt up, but these are my movie posters on the wall, all autographed by their respective cinematographers. And I guess that's about it. Nothing coming up in the near future that I'm aware of.
No.
You know, just the same old, same old. So,
yeah.
we promise it won't be 3 years before we do another one.
It'll probably be 5.
Yeah, it might be 5. Because the plan's always been that we get to 100 and we quit. Mm-hmm. Which would be fun doing 101. Which maybe before the election we can get to 100. And then do an election special. And,
the grand Hey Dudes finale is the election special.
Yeah, we'll get some balloons and some confetti.
And then if Kamala wins, we can never have to do another episode again. Mm-hmm. But if Trump wins, we'll have to spend the next 4 years
in Canada
bitching about Trump from Canada.
Yeah, we'll move to Canada and freeze our asses off. Because now that we live in Florida, it's hot. Mm-hmm. It's very hot. Anyways, I guess that's it.
All right, ladies and germs. One last thing.
I see a mittens.
One last thing from me. If you enjoy my Thomas stuff, I am also selling Thomas merchandise.
Yes, wooden, right?
Wooden Railway and Take and Play and
minis.
Whoa, maybe minis soon. Yeah. So if you want to check those out on Twitter. And yeah.
Maybe. But yeah, buy us trains. We need the money.
And then you can have my address.
Yeah, then you'll find out what mystery town we moved to. Which use the old address.
Yeah.
Easy, baby. Don't put your butt in my face. Oh. But,
his tail just...
Okay, we're just babbling now. So, until next time,
of course,
folks.
that's what we do all the time.
That's what the show is.
Fucking show is.
You tune in to hear us say fuck. That's about it.
Stupidest show.
I think... Yeah, when I was in the hospital for that long period, I lost 26 pounds. And I have since gained back, I think, 10.
I lost weight.
My face never lost any weight, though. I look like Alfred Hitchcock.
I lost about 5 pounds in the last...
Yeah, he's been experimenting with Manjaro.
No, I haven't.
And it kind of worked.
I don't take it anymore.
No, he doesn't. My prescription ran out. But,
well, I have to go because there's a show coming on in a half hour that I have to watch.
Yeah. So, until next time, hey, dudes!
Bye, Midgie!